So one of these resources that is quickly becoming available to you and is actually pretty widely available throughout the country, as we'll see in one of my slides coming up here, is this concept of these prescribed burn associations, or basically a collaborative group of landowners that are coming together to provide capacity, knowledge, share resources, brainstorm on different ways to be able to promote prescribed fire and get it on the ground to achieve your objectives. These PBAs, they provide training, like I said, share equipment, and support to ensure all these burns are conducted safely and effectively. So PBAs across the country, there are more than 130 of them across 22 states. This is being updated through the Great Plains Fire Exchange, I do believe. But you can see that map there across the country. And then some of the PBAs that Tall Timbers supports throughout the Southeast and now as far north as the Eastern Shore here. So our Eastern Shore PBA, we started with a small group of, I think it was 14 folks that came together and was like, this is something we need. One of those things that helped establish this is the qualifications needed to be identified as the burn boss on a burn plan. We hosted a 16-hour training last year, and one of the main questions was, well, how do I get some of that subsequent experience that's needed for becoming that burn boss? And it helped with the establishment of our PBA. So now we're up to about 30 members, or more so folks who are interested in participating within the PBA. We had a meeting this past Wednesday with the Chesapeake Legal Alliance to help with our LLC incorporation and then eventually nonprofit status. That way we can hopefully be fully operational in a year or so. And so why join a PBA? Well, it's cost effective. You're sharing equipment, right? So if you don't have something that your neighbor does, you could come together and share that. You can get education and training, like I said, that subsequent experience for becoming a burn boss in the state of Maryland. It's good networking and community support. It's not just landowners that are a part of this PBA. It's agency and organization personnel like myself, Shannon Chase, all of those folks. Coming together, being able to put more prescribed fire on the ground, you can have a bigger ecological impact by restoring natural fire regimes and natural fire communities. And then on top of that, improving ecosystem health, just restoring balance to the ecosystem. And so if you're interested in our PBA, you could go ahead and contact me, or I just saw Ken, our president, walk in. We'll be around all day today, so feel free to talk with us. If you want to join it, you can go ahead, click on that QR code, just fill out a quick interest form, and we'll add you to our email list. And we'll be working in very close cooperation with the Maryland Prescribed Fire Council that Chase will talk about next. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer if you want to. Yes, sir.
Is this in the folder that we got?
I'm not sure.
No.
I do have brochures though. If you want to see me to get a brochure, a little bit more formal one of these, just let me know. I can actually put a whole stack of them on that sign-in table.
And Kyle, I may have missed it, did you talk about your Burn Boss certification workshop? And if not, could you share the dates and how people can sign up for that?
Yeah, so I guess it would be a good thing to mention that to be identified as the burn boss on a burn plan in the state of Maryland, you need either 5 years of prescribed fire experience or this 16-hour training course followed by 3 subsequent years of experience. So to help with that, we are hosting that 16-hour class on April 24th and 25th up at Turner's Creek Farm in Kennedyville. That'll be a pretty good workshop. We finalized the agenda for that. Lots of good speakers. Hopefully a lot more prescribed fire implementation as well. So if you have any questions about that, happy to provide you with that info as well.
Question. You had on the map highlighted counties. Are those the only counties in Maryland that the Burn Association is working with at this time?
Yes. So when we, I'll go back to that actually. So when we were establishing our PBA, geography was kind of, location was one of those things that we spent quite a lot of time talking about. And so with a lot of prescribed fire occurring on the eastern shore, with a lot of grassland, early successional habitat restoration occurring on the shore here, we thought it was going to be beneficial just to keep one localized through the 9 counties of the shore. So when we do grow and we do have equipment, it'll be easier to share that equipment.
But there are chances to expand it in the future. So you guys, where are you guys from?
Well, we're in York, Pennsylvania, but my family's farmland's in northern Hartford County.
Okay, yeah. So this is actually relatively new. It's about less than a year old. So there's opportunities to grow these and expand them. So
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah. So that's Prescribed Burn Associations.